Hi guys, my name is Guinto from Untitled.com, and in this video I'm going to share you the 5 tips on how to change your mindset into success. Now, number 1 would be to ignore negative people. Those kind of people who are the Karens, or even stuff in the social media that you see anything bad. What it does is it feeds all that stuff into your brain, and that's how you become negative about your beliefs. And for example, if you're trying to become successful in life, but if you're hanging around with a lot of negative people, then chances are you won't be able to become successful, because you are hanging around with people who are complaining a lot, who are basically gossiping and not minding, but trying to talk about certain people where they don't need to do that. And so you pretty much basically over here, you do not want to engage negative behavior from other people, is because the saying, you are what you eat. And so if you're going to be hanging around with a lot of negative people, then it's going to shape into a kind of person you are. And once you become negative, you're just going to be negative for the rest of your life, and you won't become successful. You're not going to be believing with a lot of things that you want to achieve. And basically, if you want to become successful, then if your belief is negative, and basically that's the road to failure, is to have that negative mindset. Basically, your mind has to be in a success mode. And so this is one of the reasons why I put here as number 1 is to ignore negative people. It could be social media that's showing you a lot of negative stuff, is because it's just bad for you. It's gonna become your reality, and chances of being successful is 0, because you are pretty much digesting all this negative stuff that you're seeing, and it's going to become a part of your life. It's going to become your reality. And if you want to be successful, but then you have a negative mindset, you're just going to be mad all the time. You're just going to be frustrated why you are not becoming successful. And also, you don't want to take anything personally, is basically when you come across with a lot of people who don't take the wrong way, or who's just on your mind, you kind of have that reaction where you take it personally. There are a lot of people out there who's gonna take you for granted, or basically whatever feelings that you're gonna start having, or people are using you or whatsoever. I believe that that's just on your mind. And so when you start meeting all these people, and you felt like you've been taken for granted, or you felt like they're belittling you, I would just ignore, let them be, and just pretty much I know it's easier to react and telling the person that you don't want to be treated this way, but you can't change people who's gonna do this for you. What you need to do is pretty much you have to cut ties with these people who are trying to use you, or who are trying to steal money from you, or who's just not having or trusting you in for whatever reason. And so I would suggest not taking anything personally from these people who are just negative towards you, or who's just not believing in you, or who's just what you think are playing you. I would just not take it personally and just brush them off. What helps is I play with them, like you know how, like, when you come across this kind of people who are shady, and you start to have that vibe, I would just play along, and then the next day just ignore them. That's what I usually do with this people who are you just kind of sense something in them that they're very shady, but then you just kind of like play along, and then just brush them off the next day. And it does work. It's just my way of trying to get rid of negative people, because I'm playing along with them, and there are no hurt feelings, or I'm not taking it personally. It's because at the end of the day, I really don't want to have a bad day just because someone is playing me, or someone's treating me bad, or whatsoever. And then third one would be, you have to divert negative to positive. And so, like what I mentioned to you earlier about meeting someone who you think are shady and just trying to play you. So I divert that one into a positive way. And so for example, if someone tries to borrow money from me and they don't pay me back, so I joke about it and say, oh hey, like, when are you gonna pay me back? Or if you don't want to pay me back, then you're gonna have to take me out for lunch and pay the lunch for me, and so on. Like, pretty much don't make a big deal out of everything. Or another example would be when you're driving in a traffic. That's a big one, because not a lot of people are enjoying being in traffic, and the number one thing that you're gonna react is just having a bad day. Even you're gonna start having fights with someone, you're gonna have a road rage. I'm not into anything that's gonna lose my energy. Is so when you get mad, you're basically using all your energy. And on my perspective, I'd rather use my energy into something great, into something positive. And I really don't like wasting my energy just because I'm upset or I'm mad at something. And so you want to make sure that you divert negative to positive, because trust me, it's going to save you in the long run. You're going to thank me later, and you're going to appreciate yourself that you're using all this energy for something greater other than getting mad or upset at something that's just not worth getting mad. And so number 2 would be to listen to MP3 meditations. Now, this is one of the my favorite ways to relax, or when I'm, for example, if I go to work and you're surrounded with a lot of people and you're just pretty much stressed, and so you listen to MP3 meditations. One of the meditations that I like listening is the Manifest Money meditation. You can pretty much look that up on YouTube. Just go ahead and type in Manifest Money meditation, or something along the lines, whatever you want to listen to, a certain type of MP3 meditations that you want to listen, is because once you start listening to the meditations, the especially the anything positive meditations, and if it's an MP3, it's gonna be good for you. It's gonna help you change your mindset, and at least it's gonna help you with having a bad day, and you can relax, put headset and go to YouTube and type in anything that's relates to positive MP3 meditation. And here are one of the things that I can show you in an example of who I usually listen to. Is her name is Mary Kate, and I started listening to MP3 meditations for about, I would say, about 3 years now, and I still do. Whenever I have a long day, I just put on my my Beats headphones. So I have my Beats headphones, and I use this to listen to wealth meditation, success meditation, and so on. And so I use a headphones, and I highly recommend that you use headphones so that it's gonna block out noise. And what I usually do is I lay down, could be anywhere in a quiet room. Type in Google, and you can, if you want, you can look her up, Mary Kate Meditation. I subscribe to her channel, and I've been following her for quite some time. And here are the MP3 list that I like to listen. So over here under meditations, let me see here, I wanted to show you all the meditations that she does have on her playlist. So as you can see here, I've listened to the Manifest Money Fast for 15-minute meditation. She does have short meditation MP3s, and you really don't have to listen to him for more than 40 minutes. So pretty much it's just to help you get through the day. And so as you can see here, I've listened to the Manifest Money Instantly. This is something new, so I'm gonna have to listen to the powerful 10-minute meditation, removing blocks, financial miracles. As you can see, I've listened to this, and you're gonna see the red bar letting you know that I've listened to it all the way at the end. Success While You Sleep, this is one of my favorites, is because before I go to bed, I listen to this MP3 meditation. It's a 2-hour MP3 meditation, so it's gonna help me fall asleep with listening to all this beautiful music that's going to help me when I wake up in the morning have that good mindset. And also this one is my favorite, the gratitude meditation for 21 minutes. I usually like to listen for more than 20 minutes, just lay down with my headphones, and it's gonna be good for your brain. It's gonna it's gonna translate your brain. It's gonna change into believing something, or it's gonna change into positive thinking, and you're gonna see the changes once you start listening to MP3 meditations. So as you can see here, ultimate manifesting, and so much more. So I've pretty much listened to all of these MP3 meditations, as you can see here. So you can look her up. Her name is Mary Kate on YouTube, and so I like listening to her MP3 meditations is because it's very soothing and it's just relaxing, and it's gonna help me forget about the bad day that I'm having, so that I'll be able to start working through something important, something that I care, instead of wasting my time thinking about negative stuff that's going on around me. And so that's that for the MP3 meditations. And also I enjoy listening to abundance programming meditation. You're gonna actually find on YouTube, and also the one that I mentioned earlier is the gratitude meditation. And so it's just really important if you learn law of attraction, because I did study that a couple of years ago, and it's very interesting, and I really like learning all about it. And up until now I still follow the law of attraction, and I feel like I'm growing into learning more about it, and I've been lucky ever since. And I'm very grateful with learning all about the law of attraction, and also this awesome meditation. It has been a part of my life, and so I'm gonna keep doing this for basically for the rest of my life, because it does give me benefits into my online business, into my relationship with my family and friends, my boyfriend, and so on. So highly recommend you do this, so you're gonna stop having those negative thoughts going to your head. Number 3 would be, don't afraid to fail. Now when you make mistakes, you need to learn from them. And so how in school we were taught that when you make a mistake, then you get punished by it, or you get a bad grade. And personally, like, I'm not a believer where if you make a mistake you have to punish that person. But I know it takes a lot to forgive someone when they make like small mistakes, about when someone forgets about something, or it could be when they make a mistake why they didn't put seasoning on their food, or they make a mistake about assuming things. It could be anything that you come across someone who's making a mistake. I need you to take a step back when this person is truly when they are truly learning from their mistake and they didn't mean to hurt you. I need you to step back and kind of make sure that you're kind of listening to them, and at the same time, and this is kind of like the hard part, is to forgive someone. And so we all make mistakes. I'm not saying the other mistake where it's unforgivable, but basically a lot of people will make mistakes, and we are not perfect. And so what you need to do is start listening to someone who's apologetic with the situation that they have made a mistake. And so I have done this with my job, and I've met a lot of people who makes mistakes, who just think that they're giving me all the stuff so they can just sit back and relax, and I'm doing all the work. And so not really worth my time and energy to get mad at that person because they make a mistake. And so you're just gonna have to learn from them. Maybe that person is their weakness is in this particular thing. This is one of the reasons why you're doing it, for example. Or you come across someone who wash your clothes and then they shrunk your clothes because they put it in the dryer, and pretty much you learn from that mistake. You start doing laundry instead of that person because they're not really good at it, and pretty much not a big deal. I always I don't sweat the small stuff, because again, when you're angry, you're just using all that energy, and you want to use your energy towards something positive. And then you will learn and grow from your mistakes. And so once you make a mistake, for example, everyone buys crypto, and then you somehow jump into the bandwagon. You bought you bought for example, you buy Dogecoin for worth $1,000. Then it went down, and then you realize you made that mistake. And so I want you to embrace that mistake, is because you gotta think and realize that, oh, you bought that, for example, you bought Dogecoin and then it went down, and what can you learn from that mistake? So basically, you learn from that mistake, and then you kind of start thinking another strategy on when to buy that Dogecoin in the right timing. It could be that kind of learning from it, or you just don't want to listen to other people and instead do your own study. So that kind of learning and growing from your mistakes, so that the next time that you're gonna buy crypto, then or it could be, I don't know, Dogecoin is part of crypto, but this is just an example basically. So if you learn from it, so you gotta do your research next time, and you don't want to listen to other people, etc., etc. So you can still do what you gotta do, but you're gonna learn from it, grow from your mistakes. And so next time, when you do it next time, then you know how to apply your strategies on the best way to when to buy your cryptocurrency, or it could be anything, or how to not make a mistake next time, so that you don't want to upset someone, your friend, your family, and so on. So you need to learn and grow from your mistakes. Could be for your successful or a success for your online business too. You want to apply. This is really big when it comes to owning your own business. You will constantly make mistakes once you start with your online business, and so you're gonna have to learn and grow from your mistakes when you just started with your online business. And so really, really important that you need to learn and grow from your mistakes. Just don't think about it too much. You just have to move on and apply what you learn and just do the next one. And so don't linger to it, because then lingering too much, you're just preventing from moving on to the next phase. And then without failing, you will not become a better person. So if you don't make mistakes, you're not gonna be a better person, because you learn from your mistakes, and that's how you grow and learn, is to make a mistake so that you'll learn that you're not going to be doing this next time. And so all this, what I'm basically sharing with you, is they all apply to creating your own, could be any type of business, but these are all examples for an online business, because you're going to go through each of these scenarios. Number 4 would be to set a schedule for learning and implementing. And so this is really big when you just started to create your own online business for, let's say, for 6 months. And so you have gone through the 6 months of creating, implementing, and then nothing happened, and you're not seeing all the results. And so basically, the most important thing that if you want your business to grow is to keep learning and growing. So even though if you're growing your online business for a year or two, you're still learning from how to improve ways, or how to making everything process your stuff easier. And 1 to 5 years is basically you're still in the learning curve, and you're still learning after 10 years, because with the economy, with the technology that keeps changing, everything just keeps growing. And you want to make sure that for your online business, you want to make sure that you're always up to date with a lot of things. Because if you're just stagnant, if you only just know one thing, and then with the fast paced growing of what's going on with the online business, for example, and you're just behind with something that could have been done easier, and you're still stuck in doing the manual way, and you're just basically putting your business on a in a really bad situation. And so what you need to do is you're gonna have to keep learning, and don't be scared, and don't get that intimidate you, because you know, if you keep learning, it's a good thing. So it's gonna grow your brain, it's gonna make you a better person, it's gonna put you in a position where you're a powerful person, is because you keep learning, you keep growing, and you're just basically beating everyone around you, because you're always up to date, you're knowledgeable. So a lot of people find that they find that impressive, and they're gonna basically follow you and respect you for learning a lot of things and being a powerful person, just because you know a lot of things that what's going on. So have you ever listened to someone who's very like smart about a certain thing, and you just kind of like listening to them? So that's what I'm talking about. And so you wanna implement what you learn, and no excuses. So once you learn something, you gotta make sure that you implement it right away. Don't just say, okay, well, before I do this, that I want to read the whole book. No, what you learn, for example, if you learn how to, I don't know, sew, or if you learn how to market something, or if you know how to make a graphic from Canva, just go do it. Because once you learn something, you gotta implement it. So you're telling your brain that, you're forcing your brain that you have to take action, basically. Don't wait for like a special day where you can start doing it, because most likely if you keep waiting, then it's not going to happen. And so you're forcing your brain into taking action, is because once you learn something and then you take action, then most likely you're ahead of the game. So you're not just waiting, and basically the more you wait, the more it's not gonna happen. And so really important that you implement what you learn, especially with the online business. Once you start learning something, implement it right away. Like, don't just wait until you finish reading or watching a video. Implement it right away, so that the next time that you implement something from what you learn, you're going to take action right away. So at least you tell yourself you're taking action, and not just saying to yourself or lying to yourself that you're going to do it later, and then it's never going to happen. And this is big. Do not give up on your dreams. So if you want to become successful in your online business, for example, I want to be successful with my online business, I can't give up on my dreams. I'm already far ahead for my the stuff that I've been doing. So it's too late for me to give up. And so, giving up is not the option for me. And I want you to think about that. So once you start growing something, or I'm not talking about just the online business, but this can also apply with relationship with someone. Obviously you want to grow with that person, and so you grow with that person. Then what's next would be you get married, and then once you get married, you get a house, and you get a house, and then blah blah blah, you get the drift. So with your online business, so between 6 months you still not getting results, it doesn't mean that you're going to give up because it didn't work. Maybe there's just something that you need to figure out. Maybe there's just things that you were missing, kind of figure it out. Just don't give up on your dreams. Just keep researching, learning, and all that, because building a business is all about it's all about not giving up and trying to find ways on what went wrong, learning from your mistakes, and pretty much putting all your positive energy into something that's gonna help you build this online business in the long run. And so really important, once you start your business and it's been 1 year, but then again, if you're not getting the results that you want, you can't just give up. You gotta find a way, and stop blaming other people just because you didn't get what you want, or you weren't successful, or you're not getting the results that you want, because blaming is not gonna take you anywhere. And so it's okay to maybe just complain about it, but then you get over it. And so don't give up on your dreams. You gotta make sure you gotta find a way in order for you to become successful. Then, not last but not the least, is to avoid being perfectionist. Really big, because when I first started with the online business, I was too focused on trying to make my video look perfect, and I was making sure that my graphics looks perfect. And I was also trying to make sure that the way I speak has to be perfect so that I can get more viewers. this is bad. This is, trying to be perfectionist is just not gonna get you anywhere. It's just gonna basically basically it's gonna delay your growth. And so it's gonna delay your growth because you're just in the same position, just trying to fix something. And then once you, for example, when I was trying to make my video look perfect, everything perfect, my graphics and all that, but then as soon as I uploaded my video, and then I had like 0 views. And this is when I first started with my online business, and I was pretty, bummed or pretty upset about it, because I was expecting the more I have perfect graphics or the perfect video, the more that I think I'm gonna get viewers. But then I wasn't getting viewers because I was getting started. So when you are in the beginning phase of, let's say, for example, for your online business, you want to make sure that, being perfectionist is not gonna be a good way to start. I need what my advice here is to pretty much just, do your best and get the video out there. So if you want to make a video about something, like for example, if you want to create a motivation video, and go ahead, just pretty much just talk about what comes into your mind, and stop being perfectionist about it. Is because, most likely, like, if you're too much perfect and you're fully invested with trying to be perfect, and then once you learn that the results are not there, then you're just gonna be upset. You're just gonna be thinking that this was a waste of time. So on the beginning stage of your online business, pretty much have to get the video out there. If you drop a pen, not a big deal. Just ignore that pen, let it drop, and just pretty much be confident. You can practice being confident in front of the camera. Don't worry about the background noise on the background, that you're in the middle of something, is because that doesn't matter. And when you're showing like small mistakes here and there on your video, a lot of your audiences are gonna start thinking that you're being authentic. You're not, erasing some of the things that don't need to be erased. And so it's gonna make the audiences feel like you're being authentic and you're not trying to cover something. And so don't worry about making a video and you're just not making it look good as a beginner, because you need to be treating this as a practice. So during your first video, just go ahead and blabber the way you want, because it's gonna start building up. Then the more you speak in front of the camera and you're not knowing what to say, and so on. I still do it, and so just keep making that videos until that is gonna go away. So it's all about experience, it's all about practice. And so don't become perfectionist. Go ahead, make that video, get it out there on YouTube, because for the first 10 or 20 videos that you created on your, for example, if you want to be in an online business making a review video, chances are they won't be ranked on YouTube yet. Just take it as your practice. Just take this as a, you're on your way to make a video. Just get it out there. Just don't worry about other people will make fun of you, because they won't. And so they're not going to make fun of you. And so no one is perfect. So, I think the only perfect in this world is God, but no one is perfect. Everyone's going to make a mistake. Go ahead. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Create that video, get it out there. Don't worry about how it looks like. Keep going. Do not focus on trying to be perfect. Like I said earlier, all you gotta do is just keep going. You're trying to create a product, for example, and that's an exception. You want to make sure that it looks perfect, but then not too perfect, and to the point where you won't be able to finish creating a product. And so you're along this journey. Once you start creating something and you're not editing from it, you're gonna get better as you keep doing it. And so you're gonna see it yourself. It's gonna help you lessen your editing onto your videos. It's just gonna, it's basically a waste of time if you keep like stopping, doing it again, and then cutting each sections of your videos. It's just like one of those reality shows. They don't even edit. I mean, they probably have like the best videos out there, and there's a lot of viewers from all these reality shows. Is because there's no editing. Everything is just, you do you present yourself. And so that's that for avoid being perfectionist, because over here in this picture, perfection is a roadblock to progress. You're just not gonna basically reach to the next one. You're just stopping there just because you're too busy trying to become perfect, and you won't be able to progress. And so that's that for my 5 tips on how to become successful. So I'm gonna wrap this up. So number 1 would be to ignore negative people. Don't hang out with them. It's just gonna bring you down. The number 2 is to listen to MP3 meditations. Highly recommend it. It's good for your brain. It's gonna change your mindset, and I've done it for 6 months, believe it or not. Number 3 is don't afraid to fail. You make a mistake, you fail, it's okay. Just keep going. Number 4 is to set a schedule for learning and implementing. So I want to make sure that what you learn from something for your online business, you implement it right away. So don't wait. And then last but not least is avoid being perfectionist. Especially when you just started with your online business, you can't be focus on trying to be perfectionist. You gotta make sure that you're getting the content out there. Just don't worry about it, because eventually your work, your content, or everything you're creating, your video is gonna turn perfect naturally. And so that's it for this motivation video, and I hope you like this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on to my next video.